man. That's why you're going to get a piece of the lane.
Holloman.
Denied by Dion.
Good corral.
Rebels are running.
And they don't get back.
And Brakefield gets the easy one on the inside. Timeout. Coming down to the 2-minute mark. Dion, the crossover. The follow goes. Brakefield crashing the glass.
A little out.
Downhill, be aggressive, and draw fouls.
This is the 4th time Michigan State has not led tonight.
There's that shuffle cut they run, ball screen, and dive.
Kick it. Brakefield into the hands of Padula. The handles.
With D. Fears.
Brakefield with Carr.
Comes back to that shot. Nice step back. Pretty.
The man known as Brake.
Jalen Juju Murray is back in. 5'11" guard. And Curtis Jones is on him. And Brakefield is caught here by Jackson. And it's a long shot. It's a three. He puts it in. Ferocity and an intensity that Iowa State needs in using that bulk and that power.
They got to shoot the ball better, though, including at the free throw line.
It's Padula. Trey Davis on the perimeter. Murray up top, had the screen, and then Jefferson closed the door. And 2 minutes gone here in the second half in Milwaukee. Brakefield will drive, crash, and score!
Combination for anybody to handle.
Well, this is what Ole Miss does is they rely on a big turnover margin of 5 a game, and they have a turnover margin of 3 today.
Brakefield with a three.
It's one of those
nights.
5 for 10 from the line.
Jefferson's 3 for 7.
Padula is doubled. And Brakefield was coming off the side. As the long shot will drop here for Heisey.
Yeah, look, they averaged over 80 points a game this year.
Highest ranking Iowa State had was number 2 in mid-January. And it was also the highest ranking ever in the history of the program. Number 2. They were flying. They won 17 of their first 19 games. Then they went 7-7. Double pump.
I love that, though. We saw that in the first game tonight. Throw long in that situation.
And now a turnover by
go
Jones.
down
And
here
here
and
comes
score.
Brakefield. Download now. That's a look at their season right there. Ole Miss, they don't turn it over much. Guys have laid out this one. Padula will take it in and kick it out. Brakefield 3.
It certainly was. Dre Davis getting the job done at both ends, but Davis able to knock it down anyway.
Brakefield. Another
Ball to the basket, and that time Ole Miss just let him go. And we've seen Ole Miss make a defensive mistake like that very few times in this game.
Davis on top. Murray will be picked up by Davis. Brakefield on the fly.
These aren't the kind of shots that I think Auburn wants. Morrell off the back of the iron. Great rebound. Barnes to Murray to Brakefield for 3. Behind his back with the step back as the lefty. What a big time individual offensive play by Chad Baker-Mazara. That's his first made field goal of the game. Brakefield passed it up. Still has his dribble, puts up a tough 2 and hits. Davis trying. Brazil has to back it out. It's stolen away. Brakefield around Richmond to lay it in. Wagner stumbling a bit, couldn't finish it. One thing about a zone look is sometimes it can cause you to just kind of stand up. Brakefield, an aggressive finish.
Tough shot there by Klapjar. Off the contest. I think he could have got something a little bit better.
Brakefield takes it through the chest.
The big moments, and there he is on a mismatch, taking advantage.
That was a little heat check there from Clayton Jr. That was the first miss for Florida in a while. They were hit their last 6 as Brakefield.
And right on cue, Will Richard knocks down the triple.
Great design play coming off that curl. Making the defense be engaged, and Will Richard, when he gets his feet set, you can count it.
If you're Ole Miss, how do you find a quality shot to stay within reach?
I think they have to have much more spirited cuts to the basket. You're getting guarded. You have to make sure to cut with the purpose because the basket.
Not better. And the lead has been pushed back out to 7. Ziegler with his 11th assist of the night. He almost got a steal. Brakefield!
Using his platform and where he's at to impact others. And Chris Beard just couldn't say enough about Jaemyn Brakefield.
Started his career at Duke, but he's been here at Ole Miss for the last 4 years, I believe. Now here's Dre Davis up the handoff from Brakefield. He's working on Akpara. Shot clock's late. Brakefield!
That's not even. Reese, I'm telling you, the first 2 months of the season, Tennessee had no confidence running that play for Akpara. He has answered the bell the last 2 months.
Brakefield again, rolls it in, and he and Akpara going.
Games, a 38% three-point shooter. That has changed Tennessee's offense as much as anything.
Ziegler with his first field goal tonight, Jimmy. Brakefield again!
So he goes with Brakefield.
The senior Morrell working over Akpara, and he changed the shot enough. Great hustle by Barnes to chase it down in the corner. Shot clock still going. It's at 5. Brakefield against Meshack, spinning, firing, scoring!
Drove that ball with force and got that defense to come off of Gainey just for a second, and Gainey makes him pay.
3-point lead for the Big Orange. Brakefield working on Meshack again. Gets him deep. Brakefield! And one! Brakefield jockeying for position against Akpara. He sets a screen for Davis. Brakefield gets it inside and scores! Shot clock at 5. Morrell, Padula for 3. It will not roll in. The tip goes up. Brakefield has it, and Ole Miss has
guys engaged and caught up in the traffic to get some clean looks.
Brakefield, they were giving him that free throw jumper, now spinning. Made it a little more difficult.
On the outside, all of the shooters, the defensive ability, it's almost looking like Auburn can only beat itself. With Alabama starting to be tough, they're playing a good basketball right now. They'll have Tennessee tonight on the road. It's going to be a tough one. I'd have to lean to the Auburn Tigers right now to get in a repeat in Nashville.
So you're going chalk.
Chalk.
A tough and one. Box at 6. Forsythe picks up his dribble, finding Elvis. In and out, and the fight for the rebound goes to Murray. Kick ahead. Brakefield, get out the way. High, he's up to 20.
Forsythe is trying to take over the game. And this is a guy who's a high-level scorer on the high school level. He realizes his team needs him now, and he's stepping up.
Brakefield, good pump fake to the cup, lays it in.
Some full court pressure, but you have to be engaged for the entire possession to get a stop.
Ole Miss does not have a field goal in over 4 minutes of action. Under 1 minute to play here at the Pavilion in Oxford. Brakefield, strong take.
3 on 2. Way too strong with that 3. Picked up underneath and laid up and weak side load to the ball defense of Ole Miss. 20 in the game for Janai Broome. Good ball fake, contact, and it hangs on and falls through.
Won the other night, but the one team in the SEC that really scares me, well, I don't want to relax, but we going to Kentucky Saturday. That's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, but Florida came in here and won.
I know.
Maybe the most impressive win. And somebody's feeling it right now. And wow. We're going all Baker Mazzara right now. He is an absolute difference maker. I mean, you have to have one heck of a defender to take Chad Baker Mazzara out of the game. He's got 22. Broome's got 24. And Brakefield works his way in. Ravi, they went and
can swim pretty well. No, they get that facility is fantastic out there too.
Vandy's done a good job of defending without fouling, too. Ole Miss only been to the free throw line once.
Brakefield got right to the rim. The follow is good by Brakefield.
Opportunity off the offensive rebound.
Another steal. Padula bounce pass to Brakefield.
Wow. This is for the bragging rights in the Magnolia status. These are two really good teams, two well-coached teams. You'll see a bunch of connected basketball from both of these clubs. Jaemyn bounced and shot that soft shot before the defense was able to rotate over into him.
5-point lead for Ole Miss as we approach 9 minutes to play in this first half.
And keep your eye on the off-ball action for Ole Miss. This is where they get you. They're able to have a lot of action away from the basketball with screens, which keeps the defense involved.
Murray calling for it. Extra pass to the corner. Brakefield now puts it on the deck. Gets the bucket plus the foul.
That you need to prevail. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
Under 30 seconds to play in this one. Brakefield
did a great job, and he drove it. He kept his head up, and he was able to finish at the rim. And that's what he has to do tonight, I think, because he's got the talent to be able, and his physical size, to beat some of the pressure.
Meanwhile, on the other end, it is, by the way, they've turned it over 5 times. That is a big number for them. That one nearly blocked it. I think it was deflected at the rim. Thomas couldn't get it to go. Boy, they really are relentless. Thomas and Brakefield got tangled up momentarily. Brakefield is open. He can stretch it for 3.
He really hurt you offensively.
Thomas to the rim. The lefty floater would not go. And Ole Miss once more a blur into the front court. How did Brakefield get free on?
Yeah, having conversation and emphasizing some things even more so to them so that they recognize it.
Murray Boyles tumbled, Brakefield wide open.
And those numbers that you just saw a moment ago, they are very glaring. LSU has struggled taking care of the basketball, generally speaking, this season. And so today they face a team that has one of the highest turnover rates in the nation. They do a brilliant job at pressuring, turning over their opponents. So something is going to give today. This is Padula, playing off the 2 feet, finds Davis to Jaemyn Brakefield, and two teams. Ole Miss won the first a month ago. Davis offline of a 3. Brakefield goes up, got it. So the replay review rules red ball turnover.
Josh Allen all over again for your Chiefs.
Tomorrow, with 24 hours now. Not quite as significant a moment. Ole Miss, though, trying to mount the comeback. Brakefield to the rim.
Yeah, Ole Miss is attacking. They're in attack mode and don't look for anything to change on this inbounds play.
Morrell has it in the corner. Matt Morrell. It's guarded by Jai Bailey. 12 seconds on the timer. Morrell pounds it with the left. Back out to Brakefield. Throws it up. Puts in the 3.
Owe had the advantage. This man was on the floor. Loose ball deflected by Williams, but it ends up in the hands of Morrell. Morrell, one of a handful of guys with over 1,000 points on this team. And how see, Jimmy, we've done now 4 games in a row. His development is easily identified.
Yeah, no doubt, but he also, man, what a great gut call by Mark Pope to go to Travis Perry early to lead that break. And a finesse pass for Garrison.
Brakefield, a former starter, coming off the bench, scoring double digits in nearly every game he's playing. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Brakefield's going to have to shoot it. Step back 3. Got it!
There's my shot fake.
As Owe tries to break down his man, he beats him, but he went instead with the right, not the left.
But the defensive pressure pursuit from behind forced Owe to go with that inside hand on that layup attempt.
Kel Brown-James is into the game. He was on the floor. Now he's back up, and that's going to be a look at a 3-point play.
Remember, Ole Miss, a team that managed to win at Alabama. Here's Brakefield. Got it! A 3-pointer.
off the glass, get the bank. You know, Saturday afternoon. I don't think the banks are still open at this point, but Sahad's still using the glass.
Used it very effectively, 23-16. Dia on the feed, underneath for two. And a whistle as well as Brakefield. I mean, to scout it.
Yeah.
And there are people who come to her and go, okay, how'd they look today?
Yes. No, Miss Sherry provides all types of information.
Nice scoop here by Brakefield, a 6'8".
So, from beyond the three-point arc, already now making 5 threes here in this first half.
Denver Jones has been the top guy offensively with 10 for #1 Auburn today. Working that baseline again. Oh, what a tough move by Brakefield, and one for that kind of player, because that's the way Bruce is. Brakefield in tight, finishes that up with his left hand.
Kansas State should be another great night of women's hoops. Shedrick at the free throw line, and Texas up 2. It's the Texas team that led this game 11-2. Ole Miss coming off of an 83-75 loss at Missouri. Their three-point defense left something to be desired. Here's Brakefield going behind his back. Nice spin, and the veteran off the window. And they lost shooters in the SEC. He was 10 for 10 in the win against Texas A&M. Trey Johnson in the last 17 minutes outscored A&M on his own, 24-18.
He was absolutely remarkable in that second half comeback win.
Finger roll, Jaemyn Brakefield. We've had 8 ties and 14 lead changes. Pope. Nope. Padula the board. Padula with the screen for Barnes. Brakefield working on the freshman Trey Johnson. Spins on him. Banks it in. Jalen Murray calls out the play. The Texas bench answers with its scouting report for the play. Here's Brakefield. There are no secrets in this league, are there? Pump fake, got Shedrick in the air, and it counts. He's guarded by Morrell, and so they'll play 4-on-4. Kaluma puts up an air ball. Texas has consecutive wins. Brakefield down the paint, and he's able to finish. Puts it on the floor. Into Shedrick, who's playing with 4. Chases his own miss and gets the putback.
7 rebounds a contest. And Mark Mitchell, when he has the ball, is a downhill player, likes to attack the rim. Here's numbers for Ole Miss.
They get it to Brakefield. Brakefield strong off the glass. We're tied at 12.
Field, 35% from behind the arc and 90% from the free throw line.
Well, 94% from the foul line. I call him a free throw freak. He just does not miss.
Brakefield spins into the lane, cut off, flips it up, and gets the roll, and Ole Miss is back in front. Now,
emotionally, you're a better player, right? You're more mature. You understand your game. You understand your team's game. I think watching him play, because I think he understands what Dennis Gates wants from him, and he understands, and vice versa.
Ball kicks it out. Extra pass. 3 on the way. 3, no.
Numbers.
Brakefield. He slammed on the brakes. Fans wanted to travel. Brakefield on the drive off the glass. A lot of contact.
It was his coming out party because he carried the Tigers to the win in that matchup, SEC and the ACC.
The lead for Missouri is 12. Brakefield, a lot of contact. Able to get it up and get around Pierce. And
Phelps on Dia. Off balance, and it falls off the rim. And Padula secures it. A runner off the glass and in. Baseline drive by Brakefield. And he follows his own miss. A&M comes out with another offensive rebound. That is their specialty. Payne had his hands on that one, but couldn't bring it home.
You talk about a physical battle on the glass. Unbelievable.
Skip pass, transition 3. Boom! It goes.
Do not pull it out. However, I wonder if time and score changes that mindset a little bit to run a little bit of clock. They've been so good on this in the court. 19 assists on 23 made baskets.
Yeah, Brakefield wide open, but nobody saw him. Here's Murray now.
Rebels have 3 in double figures, including Murray with a team high 12.
They really want to get the touchdown low.
He is fighting for space. The clear out made space for Brakefield. And he's fouled by
Ole Miss 0 of 5 from distance so far. Magnolia. Brakefield with it. With 5 on the shot clock. Step back. Got it. Right as the shot clock expires.
The amount of teams like Mississippi State going to come off a couple losses and the urgency they bring. It's just going to be a battle.
Brakefield knocks down that 3.
And if we looked at that in slow-mo 5 times, I could convince myself that Keyshawn Murphy touched it.
Brakefield. A couple of fakes.
They needed that. This building needed that. The key now for Mississippi State is to extend that. They have not been able to get the stops they needed.
He's got 16. Here's Brakefield. Another game. Pounding has been the difference. Brakefield drives, attacks, and scores. Is still
with his defense, whether it's been on the ball against the guard or in the post against the big, he's really held his ground well and forced tough shots.
Here's Juju Murray. Davis. Skip pass to Brakefield with 4. Drive. And attacks the rim. The first lead for all. Padilla for 3. Too strong. Oh, what a follow by Brakefield.
Against A&M came from 3. Sears kicks into the corner. Here's Youngblood. And a long rebound hauled in by Brakefield. And he keeps it himself and gets it to go. Jaemyn Brakefield
getting to the strike.
There he is off the screen into the corner for 3. The air ball put back up and in.
Inside the court, making them go baseline and throw across the middle of the court. Interceptions all over the place.
Is that because they're taking away the hammer pass, or they're just in their line of sight?
Actually, a little bit of both, because they're taking away the hammer, and then they're also knowing that 45 angle pass is where Alabama wants it. Just good anticipation game plan.
Shot clock at 5. Jaemyn Brakefield. Nice touch. Largest lead of the game.
Right into the hands of Davis. Morrell 3 on the way. Shot an air ball. Brakefield grabs the miss and lays it in. Miss. Both teams with 7 steals in the first half. They're tied at 26. Brakefield on the deck, takes it all the way to the rim. After the switch, it's Brakefield on Sears, and he comes up with a steal. Brakefield on the deck, driving in, draws contact, and 1 for Jaemyn Brakefield. The contact without fouling. Carter, long 2. Morrell with another rebound. Brakefield inside for 2.
No penetration by any means by the pass or the dribble for LSU in the second half.
Brakefield all the way to the rim. Biggest.
Brakefield backing down the rookie and follows his own miss. Well, that was in
with it, but that was Coach Baird's concern. Georgia in transition. Defensive rebounding on his end because Georgia gets on that glass.
Newell finishes off the three-point play. 4 offensive rebounds so far for Georgia. Padula to a soft spot in the lane, had it batted away. Trying to find some help. Brakefield on the wing. Brakefield into the lane. Lost the handle. Somehow managed not to travel, and he gets it up for a bucket. Comes up with a steal on the errant pass. Juju Murray. Contested 3. Overshot it. Ole Miss trying to run down the long rebound, and Brakefield does just that. Ole Miss could tie or retake the lead this trip down, 2:12 until the break. 5 on the shot clock. Not sure if Ole Miss knows that. Morrell just saw it. He drives, kicks it. Brakefield from the wing. Got the 3 to go, and Ole Miss. Great activity. Tyron Lawrence making it happen on his own. One-man press break right there. Excuse me, one-man press. Morrell out front. Brakefield straight on 3. He's got it. Padula had 7 in the first 4.5 minutes of the game. He has not scored since. Started 3 of 3s, missed his last 7 shots. Ole Miss taking up a whole lot of the shot clock, too. Inside 5. Brakefield, step back 3. Good! Grab that defensive rebound. Barnes. Brakefield skies for the rebound. Takes it back up, has it blocked, got his miss, flips it over the rim for a score.
It's 1 for 7. Active hands tipped away and a steal for Ole Miss as Barnes coming up the floor with it. Brakefield, spin move, and he puts it in.
Collapses the defense. They throw over the top for a bunch of dunks. 60% 6 from the field. But like I said, he is just struggling mightily at the free throw line this season.
Yeah, you saw him kind of chuck it off the glass. In fact, Coach Leonard's trying to get Wilson to bank his free throws because he's been so brutal at the free throw line this year. Coach Leonard said, hey, you either try to bank it or you underhand it. You got to pick one. We got to get you better at the foul line. Jaemyn Brakefield teardrops it in.
He got some points off turnovers.
Anderson wants another.
He's a shot-hungry cat. I mean, he's going to search and look, and if he can get it going, he's good. Sometimes his shot selection can get him in a little bit of trouble.
Again, both teams come into today hitting nearly 10 threes per game. We're going to see a lot of action outside the arc.
Great cut off the post. He's the one that suggested it. I mean, he really wanted to embrace the role. He is Ole Miss's best rebounder. I think he and Barnes are the 2 best natural rebounders.
And basically whole new lineup change for Southern. This is what they do. They'll play a lot of guys.
You know, they start Noel, and Thomas has some real physicalness right there.
Made this season. Ole Miss already with 4 assists, 2 in the early going.
And no turnovers. That's the 3rd for Southern.
Claffey, the
Dunk
freshman.
right here.
Alley-oop to Brakefield. Manning goes to work on Padula. Steps back for the 3. Way off the mark. Claffey saves it from going out of bounds. Brakefield up ahead to Padula. Behind the back, Brakefield! Oh, look out! The score, Ole Miss in control, and the Rebels turn it over.
Padula has great hands, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's why he leads the Rebels in assists. Really good pass.
Off the hand of Ole Miss's Davis. Long 3 for Watson. Southern misses 1 for 9 shooting in this game.
Yeah, they haven't had a couple good looks, but not a lot. Ole Miss has done a great job in their rotations.
Brakefield thought about it. Now he steps back. Bang!
They need to get January, February for that conference tournament in March.
Cam Brent in the game for Ole Miss. Trey Alfonso, 6'1" grad from Louisiana, also in for Southern Miss. Both coaches have emptied their benches here with 1:55 to go in the game. Brakefield got a good look.
That just change the complexion of your team, but you're right. You know, it gives other guys opportunities. Again, another deflection for Jaemyn Brakefield. And he does, going to that right.
Trying to get the reverse layup. The Lions from distance. Off the mark for Jackson. And Murray skies in for the rebound.
Should have an opportunity right here to get something cheap.
Brakefield, and 1. You tell he thought about it. Now he gets his second chance. Offensive board for Brakefield.
This is when Jaemyn plays well. I mean, he does. He's a really...
And a 75-47 Ole Miss advantage on Lindenwood. First ever meeting between these two. And John Bowles put on 15 pounds.
Yes, they do a great job in their strength program right there. The TUI facility is a great place to train here. Again, going right to the post.
And one for break.
Smith, he checked, and that one rattled out. Ole Miss with the ball. Connecting on just 2 of his last 13 from the field. Brakefield off the dribble. Now Davis brings it back out. Shot clock at 8. Brakefield behind the back against First. Drives and scores.
That's a tough matchup for Counterbasketball. Okay.
Davis down low against Kaufman. Wren muscles up that shot. No. Tipped around. Brakefield got it back in one. Jalen Murray, 10 points, 7 assists. Brakefield up top for 3. Down! For Ole Miss on the floor right now, it's Murray, Morrell, Brakefield, Crafty, Davis, Colvin, Kaufman, Wren, Smith, Lawyer, Heidi for Purdue. Brakefield leaning, it'll count, and a foul.
To let that go.
Lefty throws it away. It's picked off by Brakefield. The step, the hammer. Murray, Colvin lost his balance. Didn't go. Brakefield, great second half, adding to it.
The broadcast, Chris Beard, and just his dedication to getting guys like Jaemyn Brakefield and Matthew Morrell to the NCAA tournament. You want to play in the NCAA tournament, you win a game like this.
San Diego, all you. Brakefield, 2 more.
I think he likes the pick.
Davis was open and missed him, and now Brakefield, he'll attack and missed it. Offensive rebound, Brakefield got it back. It'll count. And
Ole Miss on a 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes, and it's because of plays like this. Brakefield on the run.
Great finish. What a play by Jaemyn from a Chris Beard defensive team.
11 left this possession for Ole Miss. Inbound slip to Brakefield. Easy for him.
Rosario found a new home at Oral Roberts.
I would hope he took his All-American son with him and not just leave him at Drake.
You better believe it. Oral Roberts back to his own.
Oh, Jaemyn!
I mean, at Tulsa, at Minnesota, at Belmont, at Ole Miss. Maybe a lot of teams will be 2-4 to start this season around college basketball to go on the road.
And they've definitely challenged themselves, that's for sure. But you have to.
Really good refusal of a screen.
Brakefield steps back. Bullseye.
2 points off turnovers. 31 to 21 rebounding. So right now, that's just the stat of the game. It's just ball security. If Oral Roberts can go back and just get that problem taken care of, they're going to really have a chance to really win some games in their league.
Jaemyn Brakefield, a little bully ball, and an and one.
That's a good stat. They hope they stay true to form right now. Colorado State, some full court pressure, 2-2-1.
Colorado State hasn't shot it well. Nico Medved in his 7th season with the Rams has said that too. Neither team has really had their best game yet. They know they're capable of so much more. So Jaemyn Brakefield touches the basketball for the first time today. He's number 4 for Ole Miss. Coming off the bench. Yeah, beautiful slip down low. Cut through the back door.
I think he's maybe the best defensive guard in the SEC. I mean, they set a ball screen. They weren't going to switch. They were going to keep Morrell on to Clifford right there. See if that happens the rest of the game. We're going to go to their cutting game with Jaemyn to set a hard ball screen at the end.
Murray goes to work.
Colorado State has just guarded better in the second half. Buckets are just harder to come by. Right there.
Brakefield wide open. Yes! Another 3 up in the air. South Alabama. All of a sudden, they're starting to find their groove.
Tell you what, that guy right there can shoot it. He gets it off really quick. And like I said, he has a high catch and release point.
Brown has 2 made threes tonight.
Not getting a lot of action. His kind of goes 1-1-3 in the offside wing. really come over for South Alabama. So you see again, it's a boxing one, chaser on Padula. You got to attack that thing off the dribble. Good high post catch right there. Now that's how you attack the boxing. Great skip pass to the corner. Great pass by Padula. Good shot from Barnes.
Padula lobs to Brakefield. Catches it home. Ole Miss lead at the half. Now cut to 5. No Matt Morrell either tonight for Ole Miss. A bit banged up. Coaching staff opted to rest him for tonight.
Brown is just a load at the top of that zone because of his length. Almost got his hands on that high post and did a great job right there. Really good pass from Juju. Paint touch.
Break.
Big possession for Ole Miss right here.
That was uncharacteristic of Miles.
Kind of unathletic, almost like he got stuck on the floor, didn't have his best jump to finish.
Ten left to shoot for Murray.
I like that angle of ball screen and a baseline cutter by Brakefield.
Brakefield left all alone. Yes.
Again,
Ole Miss is really focused on Malachi Davis, who has all 10 of LIU's points. Brakefield head fake, now lets it fly. Banks it in.
The bank is open.
Nice kiss off the glass for Brent Davis.
Another good pitch. I tell you what, Padula gets the ball out of his hands. So good. I mean, that goes unnoticed. He took one dribble. Ole Miss back to their motion, tried to set up a back cut play for Matt. LIU defended it well.
Murray takes it himself.
Really good defense by LIU there. Somebody's got to make a play off the bounce.
Will Brakefield be that guy? He will be. And the foul.